Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and it's time once again to look at my stuff. That's right, it's another haul video. Actually, I'm gonna have a couple haul videos coming very close together here, because I've been doing a lot of traveling lately. And this particular video is gonna focus on the cool stuff that I picked up at PowerCon. The He-Man and She-Ra convention just took place 3 weeks ago over in Torrance, California. It was an amazing time. It was so much fun. Likely by now you guys have seen my videos from PowerCon. I posted several panel videos that I was able to film, as well as reviewed the Masters of the Universe Classics exclusives for PowerCon and the Super 7 exclusives for PowerCon. So all those videos are up on my channel right now. Definitely check those out if you have not already. It's amazing to me that it's already been 3 weeks since that convention. It just flew by so fast, but I gotta say that it was just a total blast. It was so amazing. Of course, this is a show that I'm very busy at. I know I say that all the time when I talk about it, but I actually help out at the show. I help Val Staples and all the other amazing people who are behind the show kind of run things behind the scenes. So I'm running around a lot, but it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of great friends who were at the show, who are part of the show, who I've been able to make and really get to know and become very close with over this past several years that I've been doing this thing. So I always really love PowerCon because it's kind of like a big family reunion, not only for the people that I've become friends with, but just all of the fans of Masters of the Universe and Princess of Power in general. It's really amazing, and it has really become one of my favorite shows to go to every single time it comes up. So I think it was a really great show this year. Great success. Really hoping that there's a potential to see more in the future, because it's just really great getting together with everybody. And I think there was a really positive vibe at the show this year, despite the fact that there's been so many weird things going on with the Classics line. You know, there's no San Diego Comic-Con exclusive this year outside of the She-Ra doll, and we haven't really had any news on anything, so I was a little worried that there might be some down spirits at the show, but it turns out that that wasn't the case at all. I mean, everybody was just in a really great mood, and it was just awesome coming together to celebrate this thing that we love so much, this thing that brought us all together. So, great show. I met a lot of great people. If you were there, thanks just for coming. Thanks for being there. Thanks to every single person that came up to me and talked to me or wanted to take a picture or just chatted. You guys really have no idea how much that means to me. It's just so amazing to me. Every single time I meet anybody who says that they're a fan of my stuff. I can't believe that I've been doing this for about 8 years now, this toy thing on YouTube. It's amazing to me. And it gets a little... Sometimes you kind of get really in the mix of things and you get really busy, and it gets tough sometimes, especially when you see kind of how nasty things can be online. I mean, let's face it, the internet's not exactly a giant ball of happiness, and I try really hard to stay very positive on my channel and have fun, because I really feel like that's what toys are all about. It's about having fun. But sometimes it does kind of weigh you down a little bit, and you almost forget why you're such a fan of stuff like this. And I'll be honest, sometimes I even forget why I'm doing what I do, you know, and sometimes it takes something like PowerCon to remind me why I love this so much, why I love He-Man, why I love the toy collecting thing, and why I love doing these videos. So I got to give a special thanks to every single person out there. Not only the people who I talked to at PowerCon, but just everybody in general. If you're watching these videos on YouTube or anywhere on the internet, interacting with me online, talking to me on Twitter, just in general, if you are taking the time out of your day to watch what I'm doing, I want to offer you a sincere thank you, because you guys have no idea how much this means to me, that you all take the time to watch these silly toy reviews that I'm doing. So thank you guys. I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, it means a lot. PowerCon kind of re-energized me a little bit, made me kind of remember why this is so much fun and why I started to do it to begin with. And I'm excited. I got a lot of things to do. I have a huge backlog of toys to review, but I'm going to get through it, and I'm going to have fun doing it, and hopefully you guys will join me in that fun. All right. I got all that out of the way. I wanted to get that off my chest, but now let's look at some of the fun stuff that I brought home from PowerCon. A lot of fun things. I want to start by showing off the things that I was given as gifts, because for whatever reason, you guys are way too good to me. And so many people showed up at that show with things they specifically wanted to hand me. And every single time that happened, I don't know. I feel weird taking this stuff sometimes. I don't feel like I deserve to just be given stuff, but thank you guys so much. It really means a lot to me. So let me show you guys some of the things that I got at the show, and I will give you guys proper shout outs for everything. First of all, this is really fun. I want to show this off right away. I ran into a few of the guys who are part of the ACBE Articulated Comic Book Art. A lot of you guys are probably very familiar with the ACBA online. They do awesome, you know, stuff with action figures. I mean, stuff that I can't do. I review these toys, right? I do these videos on YouTube. I can't put together the amazing poses that these guys always come up with their toys. They just create things that look like they come straight out of comic books or TV shows. But they gave me this awesome calendar with some of their really great shots. I mean, just look at this stuff. It's fantastic. There's some really, I love this. Look at that. How rad is that? So much good stuff in here, you know, all the way through and through. And I thought that was really, really cool. Look at that, turtles. Yeah, turtles. It's a really, really good one in here. Oh, this is great too. I love this. They're all really good. I don't know why I said that, but I'll show you. There's like a really powerful one that I just love. The photo for September. Look at that. How amazing is that? So very, very talented folks who came together to put this calendar together. So I got to give a special shout out for the hookup on that. Even got some sweet ACBA stickers. This is great, and I will for sure be hanging this up here in my studio. I know we're halfway through the year already, but hey, I can still look at some of this artwork, right? This awesome artwork. Really, really cool. All right, my buddy David from the lair. My buddy David. He recently took a trip to Japan, and he brought back a whole bunch of goodies. And he was one of the first people I actually saw Friday night when I got to the show. And he's like, pick some goodies out of my bag from Japan. So I got to show these things off because they are amazing. First of all, there's just a really sweet Ninja Turtle sticker because you can never go wrong with sweet Ninja Turtle stickers, right? It's a waterproof sticker. Really cool. The turtles in the van. But look at these. These are My Pet Monster. These are new My Pet Monster items. This is a mobile mascot. It's one of those little guys that plugs into the top of your cell phone, right? And this is an ink pen with the little Monster in My Pocket up there on the top. Look at this. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you guys can get a really good look at this. How awesome is it? I had no idea that there was anything new for My Pet Monster. Did I say Monster in My Pocket? I meant My Pet Monster. I had no idea that there was anything still out there for My Pet Monster, and it's just kind of amazing to see this stuff. So, thanks, David. I love this stuff. Yep, let me get this zoomed out here. Thanks, buddy. This is good stuff. All right, so we'll move those aside. Got a few more good things here. Another fan who knows that I'm a huge fan of Ninja Turtles, gave me some really, really cool bootleg stuff. I think they're Mexican bootlegs. So first of all, we got this awesome little bag. See, now I'm going to zoom all the way back in. This awesome bag of like minifigs, these bootleg minifigs. They're in these really bright colors. See? You can see the little turtles in there. They're pretty neat. Two of them are in blue plastic, and we got like a yellow and a red in there. They don't really match with the colors, of course, that would be appropriate for the turtles. Look at the header card. Ripping off stuff from the movie. But I love stuff like this, and these actually feel really solid in there. I'll probably have to open this bag up sometime. Maybe I'll do a standalone video just on those. And this I love. Look at this. This is a giant blow mold bootleg. Oh, it's Michelangelo figure. Look at that. I mean, that's got articulated arms, articulated legs. He's super hollow. You can hear things rattling around in there. He's real lightweight because he's blow mold. But this is awesome. I love stuff like this. It's super unique. It's funny, look, he totally looks like he should be holding on to nunchucks, but it's just the handle there. There's nothing else. No chains or anything. But this is so good. It's so awesome. He doesn't really stand very good. I'll have to prop him up on something, but I love this. This is fantastic. So massive thanks for this awesome stuff. I mean, like, seriously, man after my own heart, hooking me up with some Sweet Turtles bootlegs. Thank you. Thank you. Next up, this is another really cool thing. A fan named Elliot gave this to me. This is part of I believe it's the Toys R Us exclusive True Legends line, which I believe is a Chatmay line. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But it's an amazing giant dragon that he specifically uses for his Masters of the Universe figures. He does a lot of really cool toy photography, and he's used this dragon a bunch. So he wanted to pick one up for me to add to my collection. And I couldn't believe that he hauled this giant thing all the way to PowerCon just to give it to me. And I'm going to pull off he's got this little This little flame projectile that goes in the mouth there. Let me see if we can do that. Look at that. Look, he's lighting up. Oh, man, how cool is that? And then he shoots the fire. Woo! That is so, so cool. I love it. This is really awesome. And I do really like these True Legends type figures. I feel like they're really well done. I mean, this is nice and solid. You know, it's got articulated wings. The wings are cool and translucent. And I could totally see, like, if you want a nice big dragon character, aside from Grandemir, of course, a nice big dragon for your Masters figures to ride on, this makes for a really great one. So that is super, super cool. Love it. Thanks, buddy. Put him right here. He's going to be poking in the shot for the rest of the video now. Be all ominous over here. All right, what else? Oh, what else? Okay, Victor made this for me. This is amazing. Shout out to Victor. He makes some really cool stuff. He's always posting great customs online. I actually follow some of this stuff on Facebook, but he made this for me. Look at this. It's like a little trash can filled with ooze and a little Mikey head and a Skeletor head. And look at that. Mosquitor was here as painted on the side. Stinkor stinks. There's a PD over here for Pixel Dan. This is just, look at all the glitter on the bottom. I love it. This is so unique and just so incredibly rad. I love it. I love these really cool, really artistic custom pieces that people come up with sometimes, especially when somebody goes out of their way to make something like this for me. I adore this. I love this. So Victor, thank you so much. This will definitely have a proper display place in my collection. Super cool. Okay, so I think I'm going to save one of the... okay, so there we go. I'm going to jump into the things that I bought now. I got all that stuff out of the way. Really cool stuff. This right here, I wanted to show this to you guys too. This is super special. We've always got a lot of really great guests at PowerCon. Folks who have worked on Masters of the Universe through all the different eras, all the different types, whether it's the cartoon, the original toy line from Mattel, all that stuff. This particular weekend, I got to meet a man named Pat Dunn. Pat Dunn worked for Mattel, and he is the man who designed the original Mosquitor figure, my absolute favorite figure. So I met Pat Dunn, and he was kind enough to provide me this awesome print of his design sketch for the Eternia playset, and he autographed it for me, and I couldn't be happier. Seriously. I mean, that man's kind of like a hero for me, right? He designed my favorite toy that I loved as a kid, and then I got this really awesome piece. It's just like, it's like a print of his original sketch for the Eternia playset, and it's autographed, and I love it. I adore it. This will get a proper place in my collection. Pat, it was wonderful to meet you. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. It was really awesome having you at the show. All right, let's talk about some of the cool stuff I bought. Zolbeast! I've been wanting to get one of these awesome vinyl Zolbeast figures for a long time. Really cool figure. You might have seen it on the indie scene, I believe, TrueCast Studios. I might be wrong. My buddy Marty will correct me if I'm wrong. But it's an amazing figure. I've been wanting to pick one up for a while. He's vinyl. He's nice and lightweight because he's like that hollow vinyl, but he's super sturdy. Really cool sculpt. Just one of those fun toys that's I'm going to love just finding somewhere to fit him into my collection. He's great. I love the cool weirdo toys like this, and that is so awesome. So I was really glad to get that. This is awesome. You guys know me and my love for video games, especially old Nintendo stuff. This right here was an exclusive Wonder Festival Metroid figure, Super Metroid figure, officially licensed by Nintendo in 1994. I had no idea that this existed. It's just a vinyl Samus Aran figure. It's fully cast in black. It's super lightweight, but you can see she is posable. It's got this great header art up here that says Samus Aran. The back of it says Super Metroid. It's got the official Nintendo logo on there. It is licensed, released in 1994. Super rare from what I hear. Like I said, I didn't even know this existed. I love this. I picked this up at the show. I was happy to pay for it because I love stuff like this. I actually got a really great deal on it. So good figure right there that will proudly be displayed in my video game collection. I love this. Love discovering stuff like this too. That's always one of my favorite things about going out to these shows is just finding things that you didn't even know existed. So cool. This is one of the Super 7 PowerCon exclusives that I actually didn't do a video on. They had one at San Diego that was Skeletor. Their exclusive for PowerCon was Beastman. This is kind of done in like the Japanese soft tubey style there. It just comes in a really cool box. I love the packaging, by the way. It's got like that classic Japanese feel, but also looks like the vintage Masters of the Universe packages. And then on the inside, you get this amazing, here, look at that. This amazing soft tubey Beastman figure. He's got some articulation, super lightweight. It's like that vinyl material. Has really, really cool sculpt. Here, I'll zoom in for you guys so you can get a good look at him there. Check that out. How cool is that? He does have his whip weapon there as well. Just really, really cool figure. These are not cheap because these Japanese like soft tubey figures are usually pretty expensive. But he is really, really cool. And I wanted to pick him up because I had the Skeletor already from San Diego last year, and I wanted the little counterpart piece. So I picked that up from Super 7 while I was there. Alright, I'm going to put them back in the bag. I actually really love the little display box that they come in, especially since it's got a window, so I'm just going to leave them in that. I'll actually display them right next to Skeletor, just like that, on my shelf. So, very, very cool. Alright, Masters of the Universe stuff. I need more Master stuff, right? It's PowerCon. It's funny that I didn't buy like a ton of He-Man stuff while I was there, but I didn't really get a chance to hit the show floor a whole lot. I mean, I was working so much, so I only hit the show floor like twice. But both times I made sure to go through and try to find some stuff to buy. These I thought it was a really good deal. The packages are obviously not in the best shape, but I didn't have a carded original weapons pack. You can see the blister bubbles all yellow, but you know what? It's nice. The weapons are all there. $10. I thought that was a pretty good deal. I just love the packaging. Look at that. It's got the cross sell on the back. And now I have the weapons like in a package. So I've got a bunch of loose weapons laying around, but I didn't have like, you know, something like this where I can actually have the full complete weapons pack together. So I picked that up. And then also the Stilt Stalkers. And again, the packaging is not in the best shape, but I didn't have a really good complete set of Stilt Stalkers. I think the ones I have are kind of broken. I think I might be missing a piece. So now I've got a complete set. And like I said, I mean, I love the art anyway. You know, even though the package is all beat up, look at that. That's awesome. But, you know, I didn't pay $10 I didn't think was a big deal. And if this just falls apart completely, at least I got myself a mint set of Stilt Stalkers that I can put in my loose collection. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. So that's my that's my only real vintage Masters purchase. And then, of course, I got a vintage Ninja Turtles purchase. Look at this. This is Anthrax. He is another of my favorite characters from the vintage Ninja Turtles line. He's just a really cool ant character, and he's like a black and gold and purple color scheme. Black and purple, like two of my favorite colors, of course. So he looks really awesome. He's great card back. He's kind of peeling off the card a little bit, but it's not too bad there. Most of the card is in great shape. There was a super good price, and he's one of those figures that came out kind of later in the line. And I've got a loose one that's real janky, so this gives me the chance to at least have a complete one if I decide I want to open it up. But I'm probably going to leave him in this package for a while. It's unpunched, but it's a little bent, but still a great display piece and a character that I love. Man, the vintage Turtles line is so good. I mean, seriously, look at it. So good. So good. And that, my friends, brings me to my final pickup from the show. This is actually my absolute favorite thing that I picked up from PowerCon because it's something that I have always wanted and never thought I would get. This, my friends, is a custom-made, vintage-style hero. And if you guys know, maybe you don't, but Hero, of course, was going to be the new character introduced when the Masters of the Universe line was going to change to the Powers of Grayskull line. That line, of course, ended up getting canceled. The only things we got out into into retail that had any of the Powers of Grayskull art on it was the giants like Megator and Titus, and those only got released overseas. Of course, the dinosaurs were supposed to be a part of this line, but the line got nixed. So a prototype existed of this guy, but that is it. The figure never got released. I have wanted an actual figure of this guy ever since I learned about him. And this was made by an amazingly talented customizer named Paul, who brought a few of these to the show, and he didn't have a table set up, but he was walking around, and I bought this off of him because I've always wanted it. This thing is so professionally made. I mean, he even has it vac metalized. Look at that. The boots And the armor is vac metallized exactly like the original would have been, which totally makes the figure. If it wasn't vac metallized, it super wouldn't appeal to me as much as this does. He's got the nice little staff that you can close up. He even made a power sword that matches the one that came with the Classics version. The vintage figure wasn't going to have this, but you know, the Classics figure came with like a sparkly sword like this, so he made this to go with it. He even included the new style articulation that Hero was going to introduce with the hinges on the thigh joints there. That's on there. Legs are, you know, they're a little loose, but it's not bad at all. I mean, this guy stands really well. He's articulated. He feels professionally made, and he's got just that amazing vac metallized armor on there. This is awesome. I am so happy to add this to my collection. Since the official one would never actually be released, this is the only way I can actually get something like this, and I adore it. There's a good chance I will be doing a full video on this somewhere down the road. I think Paul does. I know I'm going to get a lot of questions. Paul does plan to make some of these to sell to the public outside of PowerCon. Don't know when, no specifics on that. When and if he does get around to doing it, because he says it's a lot of work to do this. You know, he's not a factory to produce this. This is like handmade stuff, but he is getting it professionally vac metallized, which is cool. But I'll definitely do a follow-up video if he does decide to put some on sale. That way you guys can get a closer look, and I can spread the news for him. But that's gonna wrap it up, guys. That is my haul from PowerCon 2016. A lot of amazing stuff. Much of it was given to me by amazing fans, so thank you again. But seriously, just thanks again to every single person who came up and talked to me, and thanks to everybody who spends the time to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. It was awesome seeing you guys, and hopefully we'll have another PowerCon in the future. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought was the coolest pickup I got in the video. Let me know if you guys got any cool pickups from PowerCon. Also, hit the like button and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any of my videos. Until next time, my friends.